Let you all open all your three eyes.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
In this sacred manual of power manifestation, which serves as a scriptural authority containing the Shastra Pramanas, eternal unchangeable truths, Apta Pramanas, Atma Pramanas, Sakshi Pramanas, and Prataksha Pramanas, we present to you the various powers of Paramashiva. By this, we place before humanity the supreme authenticity of the power manifestation science established by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness Nityananda Paramashivam. Paramashiva has systematically revealed these powers in their purest forms as various techniques and revelations to experience pure oneness with Paramashiva. As a direct experience of oneness with Paramashiva, his Shaktis powerfully manifest in an initiated being at different levels of human consciousness, physicality, physiology, psychology, and neurology permanently. We offer these power manifestation manuals to celebrate your experience of oneness with the Supreme Paramashiva. Nityanandam.
Nityanandam, Jnanapadati Manual, under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nityanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagavan himself has beautifully explained the Paramashiva in all of us.
Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha or Adhomuha, unborn, beyond formlessness. Is Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces as Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana. 5 faces he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. Through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases does Panchakrityas. Each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation. Not just creation getting created. Even sustenance need to be created. Destruction need to be created. And pulling out of delusion need to be created. Liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, trobhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 phase, Ishana Murti as 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti as 5 phase, Agora Murti has 5 phase, Tatpurusha Murti has 5 phase. So, Tatpurusha Murti has his 5 phase, Agora Murti has his 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti has his 5 phase, Satyojata Murti has his 5 phase, Ishana Murti has his 5 phase. All these 5 Murtis, 5 phases put together is 25 phases of Mahasadashiva.
Bhagavan beautifully explained Paramashiva. Now, who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, is a reviver of Kailasha, the ancient enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless nation. Is an avatar from and is a supreme pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, has made science of our manifestation, yoga, temple-based university for humanity, Sovereign Order of Kailasha, led by His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, and Nityananda Order of Monks, Nuns, Hindu diasporas, are working for global peace to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nityananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time capsuling, decoding, spreading, and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, is 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamalapita Sarvanyapita, ancient apex body of Hinduism and present emperor of Suryavamsa Surangi Swamrajyam. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, has survived the worst persecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. Beautifully, Bhagavan now explains who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All is ganas, Shiva ganas. Exactly the word gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva gana. All the Shiva ganas formed the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada. Then all other Akhadas. Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. What I am teaching is from original Agamas Yogapada. The science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear, manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva. choose your guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach.
The science of power manifestation is a gift to the humanity which is authentic, time-tested, scientific and foolproof. Diksha or the initiation from His Divine Holiness Nityananda Paramashivam makes the science directly an experience for the initiates. The experience is directly authenticated by the Pramanas. The Shastra Pramanas, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Veda and Agamas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamars, Alvars and Siddhars, who are the authority of Hinduism, who have scientists who time-tested and verified the science of power manifestation. The Atma Pramanas are the avatar who land on the planet Earth to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramanas are the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees and followers initiated into the science of power manifestation by Bhagavan himself. Pratyaksha Pramanas are the scientific studies which can be measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state.
Let's go to Bhagavan Satsang for powerful cognition.
Doing constant struggle to hoard stuff is an indication of the greed within a person. A person who continuously struggles to hoard stuff is just a householder, not a sadhu. Understand? Mahavir is telling, doing constant struggle to hoard stuff is an indication of the greed within a person. When you are greedy, even the things which is in your garage, you will be remembering about that constantly. Even the things which are under your control, you will be remembering about it. You can't forget even the things which are under your control, which are inside your locker. You will be afraid that somebody may take it away. Who knows, it will be there when I go back. Too much of greed constantly creates fear. When a person is non-possessive, he is ready to take the risk. That is why all the majority of the Mahavir's followers have become business people. Because that needs risk. You need to take risk. This great teaching of Aparigraha gives you the courage and inner space to take that risk, to take bold steps. See, only when you are non-possessive, you can do calculation. Usually the doctors don't treat their own family because they will be too possessive. They can't see the truth. The objectivity will be lost. Same way, if you are possessive of something, you can't put that thing at stake. Person who is too possessive about his life will not do anything which expands his life. He will not take any risky. He will not do anything which is risky. When you don't do anything which is risky, you are nothing more than a buffalo. We will be just vegetating. Nothing else. Just sitting and sleeping. Couch potatoes. I have seen many people, they will not even climb some 100, 200 feet, 100, 200 steps. They will tell, no, I have little pain, I may get wheezing, I may get breathing problem. See, the idea that I may get this, I may get that, will completely put you in prison. I call this a psychological prison. Not able to take risks. And the life without risk is not worth living. Life without risk means you are not living, you are just waiting for death to happen. Because you don't have courage to commit suicide, you just wait till it happens. Now nothing can be done, it has to happen only by itself. So why not wait? That's all. Aparigraha, the non-possessiveness, gives you such a big inner space to take risk, whether it is related to business or related to your life. So I tell you, ahimsa is the greatest dharma. If you follow ahimsa, others will live happily. If you follow aparigraha, you will live happily. These two are the greatest truths. Non-violence. If you practice non-violence, people who live around you will live happily. If you practice non-possessiveness, you will live happily. One more thing, to really achieve non-possessiveness, you need to understand one thing. Life is not too valuable as you think. And don't be too serious. See, because we are constantly living in cities, we become too serious about our life. Every day thinking too many things and too much about how to avoid this, how to avoid that, what will happen this, what will happen to that. And you clearly design the life. Understand, if you look into your life, every day morning till night, just try to see your life. If you do a video recording of your whole day, tell somebody else to do without your knowledge, you will see, you will realize few important things. You will come out of your bedroom through the same path. You will sit in the same sofa. You will go to the living room through same steps. And you will come out and take your car in the same way. The whole thing will be same. And you will not be even using some parts of your house for 1 year or 2 years. You will not be even using corners of your house your whole life. Now I tell you really, if you see, you will understand. Almost your whole day routine is under your control. Even if you face the accidents, there is an insurance. So everything is clearly pre-planned, visualized. No place for God. Because you need everything. Now where is the place for Him? You do not allow divine to intervene. People ask me, Swamiji, we are seeing so many miracles in your life. Why it is not happening in our life? Especially people who live around me, they get a little jealous of miracles happening around my life. Because whatever I tell becomes true. Every other day this is happening. One day you can say coincidence. And every day when this happens, these guys become a little jealous. What is this? How so many miracles are happening around you, but not around us? Because I am allowing God to intervene. I am not planning out and out. I leave little gaps so that He can do something. Miracles do not happen in your life because you plan for your life completely, thoroughly. Living non-seriously is plan for miracles. Living in a playful way is plan for miracles. Understand? If you live a little playfully, it's okay. If you live a little non-seriously, you will attract so many beautiful miracles in your life. Patanjali says, aparigraha is way to achieve the memory of the past life and your decisions, why you take birth and what for you came down. And I tell you, aparigraha is the amazing way, best way to create miracles in your life, to attract miracles in your life. Person who lives in a non-serious way, playful way, attracts again and again miracles in his life, because he has got some inner space and the outer space where God can intervene. It is not that his whole life is packed. No. If you yourself have thought about, visualized and decided, then he thinks, all right, he is managing, why to interfere unnecessarily? And you may say, you may put a board, no entry also, who knows? That is the reason he feels he shouldn't interfere. Live little playfully. Do little less planning. You will see the miracles happening in your life. Person who is non-possessive, not only miracles happening in his life, anything happens in his life, he feels miracle.
Beautiful, Bhagavan gives us how to manifest powers just by living as aprigraha, non-possessive way. The sarva parityagi, giving up everything which is not ours, non-possessive way. Bhagavan beautifully always says, like we are visitors of planet Earth. We are not here to possess anything. There is nothing other than the moment for us to experience the oneness that we can experience with Paramashiva. Let's move to the Shastra Pramana.
The Shastra Pramana for the power of consciousness over matter, silicon, is taken from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 120, Dharana 95. Kvachid vastuni vinyasya shanair drishtim nivartayet tajnanam chitta sahitam devi shunyalayo bhavet. Kvachid vastuni vinyasya shanair drishtim nivartayet tajnanam chitta sahitam devi shunyalayo bhavet.
Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 120, Dharana 95. Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully narrates, having fixed one's eyes on a particular object, one should slowly withdraw the sight from the object as well as slowly eliminate the knowledge of that object along with the thought and impression of it. Then, O Devi, one abides in Sunya, the state where there is nothing other than this exist, which is a state of all-inclusive or infinity. Bhagavan beautifully said how dropping the possessiveness when you are in aprigraha, when you understand you are here to celebrate. When you go to a theme park, you don't say this belongs to me, that belongs to me, this is mine. We just go and experience, enjoy casually living in a beautiful life. Exactly the same way Bhagavan beautifully says, when you live in aprigraha, the sarva parityagi, understanding that everything here belongs to already somebody. We just came to experience the moment of our life here, the moment where you are Paramashiva. The whole space in us starts manifesting as powers. Here he says so beautifully, O Devi, one abides in Sunya, the state where there is nothing other than this exists, which is the state of all inclusive and infinity. Bhagavan beautifully says how Patanjali says that we can just find out why we are here, what happened in our previous life, and all the details when we are in the state of simple, casual, and non-possessive. Let's move to the Apta Pramana. The Apta Pramana here, Gundodharan, one of the Sundareshwara's, Lord Sundareshwara's bodyguard, was so filled with the thirst, he drank up all the water in Madurai to quench his thirst. Lord Sundareshwara himself used the power of consciousness to crack the earth and bring forth the river Ganga to satisfy Gundodhara's thirst. Because of the Ganga, it is known as Vaigai.
Apta Pramanas are the rishis, ganas, nainamas, alvars, who are the scientists who tested and verified the science of power manifestation. Gundodhara, one of the Sundareshwara's bodyguard, was so filled with thirst, he drank up all the water in Madurai to quench his thirst. Sundareshwara himself used the power of consciousness to crack the earth and bring forth the river Ganga to satisfy Gundodhara's thirst. Because of this Ganga, it is known as Vaigai. With this, let's move to Atma Pramana. Atma Pramana, the ultimate is in you. It can never tell, command, order any matter to move. Understand, the moment you decide, it can command any matter to move. Manifest Shakti starts. Bhagavan beautifully says,
Something hit on my forehead. It was such an ecstasy, blossoming, flowering. I started laughing and he started laughing. At least next 10 minutes. It's like I felt, oh God, took Kadka Pudi and cleaned up the whole constipation. And all the incompletion went away. Became complete. If you had constipation for 1 week and had Kadka Pudi and cleansed, came and lie down on the bed, how you feel? Exactly. Oh God. Yes. If I have something which has a power to will and command and make the matter obey, then I have a consciousness which is ultimate. From that click, started manifesting powerful cognitions. If this consciousness can move these hands, why not the air next to the hands? Why not the stone next to the air? Why not the hill next to the stone? The powerful cognitions have started manifesting. And The powerful cognitions have brought understanding, knowledge, powers, all rooted, centered on this one click. Listen. I can only reenact. I cannot tell what happened. I can only reenact. He showed the gesture like a. Are you able to move your hands? That's exactly. In my inner space, I can immediately understand the gesture and respond. Why not? See? In this interaction itself, my mind is searching what is he trying to teach through this interaction. What is he trying to insert into me by this gesture? I started looking for, yes, he is asking, can you move your hand? And I am saying, yes, I can. What is the problem? What is he trying to convey through this? I can see very clearly the next understanding coming to me. So, commanding, and the commanded is obeying. The will is acting on the matter, being established in the consciousness. Then what? I was looking into his eyes. Oh, nada. I can still remember that casual, sweet, most simple way of giving initiation into the most complicated truth, Advaita. Oh, nada. That twinkle in the eyes. Oh, nada. Means, he said in Tamil, it's one. It is same. Understand. Now the punchline. Listen. If there is a will established in consciousness which can move the matter, your hands are matter, the body is matter. If there is something which is you, which can give a command to move this matter, and this matter moves, the ultimate is in you. It can tell, command, order any matter to move. Understand? The moment you decide, it can command any matter to move, manifesting Shaktis starts.
Beautifully, Bhagavan told in Atma Pramana how manifesting Shakti starts. Here, Shakshi Pramana. Shakshi Pramanas are the initiated disciple devotees all around the world manifesting the power of consciousness over matter. Here, a devotee is breaking the coconut. We can watch the demonstration.
Why you were there? Why would you ask me if you were there? The bomb was before it was looking at patterns. Now he's looking at cognition. So changing the cognition. So let's say right now you think that you can't do hours, or you think that
We can see that coconut has broken very clearly just in his hand.
We will now begin the Pratyaksha Pramana, scientific studies on the avatar. Vedic science declares experientially that all aspects of the universe are consciousness. Matter is simply projected consciousness. Pure consciousness pervades everything, being potential with the bursting force of subtle vibration, spanda, quality of Shiva, until there is an emergent manifestation of the energy which is called Shakti. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam. It is important to realize that Sri Nityananda Paramashivam is the only avatar who has agreed to be scientifically evaluated, both in terms of his own body as well as the changes he brings about in other beings. However, it is astonishing to note that his avataric attributes and powers are exactly as defined by the 5,000 years old Hindu yogic science after extensive observation and study. Now it is being tested and proven by modern science also. So now let us take a look at how these scientific studies present the measuring effects of being in the enlightenment state through the very imaging brain activity of Bhagwan himself, Jagat Guru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam, who we lovingly address as Swamiji. Swamiji himself has been the subject of scientific studies since 2004, and over the past decade, an enormous amount of data about not only his altered states of neurophysiology, but that of his disciples as well, has continued to be recorded. This impressive array of data will be presented systematically now as the Pratyaksha Pramana. In 2004, a team of scientists led by Dr. Murali Krishna MD, President, Integris Mental Health Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, USA, conducted a series of state-of-the-art tests, including a PET scan, to study Swamiji's neurological system. Using the advanced technology of positron emission tomography or PET scan, the activity of Swamiji's brain in the state of samadhi was studied in details. There was a significant enhancement in activity of the lower portion of the mesial frontal area of the cerebral cortex. This region is the starting point of the Anya chakra, or what we call as the third eye, and connects to the limbic system and rest of the cerebral cortex. At the same time, the rest of the cerebral cortex was in the complete state of rest. So now let us take a look at the imaging brain activity. The very results of Swamiji's PET scan test were stunning. The dominant hemisphere of Swamiji's brain was more than 90% shut down. It was as if Swamiji's brain had packed and gone on vacation. It was quiet and still, completely at peace, and Swami had made it at will. The region which is the starting point of the Anya chakra or the third eye, the lower portion of its mesial frontal area, lighted up in a very significant way. When we later asked Swami, what was he doing when the mesial frontal lobes lighten up? And he said he was opening his third eye. The third eye is considered by many to be the seat of the soul. Were we seeing an indication that deep meditation can open an area of the brain responsible for communicating with the divine, looking deep into the mysteries of self or creation? The PET scan revealed what Dr. Murali calls the brain D spot, standing for delight, the divine, or even dopamine, the chemical through which our bodies experience pleasure. Initial indications are that meditation can stimulate it. Source of this research in details can be studied and found in the Avatar Shastra, Chapter 1, Introduction, page 47. Science now shows and knows that both the electrons which spin in the energy field located around the nucleus of the atom and the nucleus itself are made up of nothing more than the oscillating energy grids. Solid matter in the strict construction of the term simply does not exist. Source is Project Stargate under Consciousness and Energy. Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam not only demonstrates all attributions and power of an avatar, but has also successfully transmitted many of them to thousands of disciples through the simple process of initiation or entanglement. Swamiji is the bridge between the invisible, ancient world of mysticism and the modern. visible world of science and discovery. Thank you. And Nityanandam.
Setting up for breaking the coconuts. Camera with the timestamp, Jnananjan, coconuts, tape, and partners. Explain to the partners what exactly you're going to be doing from the beginning to the end. Make them sit comfortably and set up the camera. The camera should be wide angle, that it covers all the partners and all the coconuts and you in a wide angle range. Make sure the place is well lit. Download the timestamp app and click on the video. Ensure the time is shown on the screen with a clear date and time. Make sure these moments are not missed out. Video recording these Shakti Avishkarana is absolutely beautiful. Guidelines to manifest the power of consciousness over matter. Turn on the video recording, apply the Jnananjan and have the coconut on the coconut also. Bring the awareness to your third eye. Ask all the partners to place the palm very comfortably on a flat surface with the fingers touching on the ground all the time, and the palm you can put a tape on it so that it doesn't move upward or sideways. Make sure your coconut is facing you when you are looking at it, so all the coconuts can face you at the same time. The coconuts show in the camera there is no crack or nothing, and the coconut is healthy and fine. And after the manifestation, only through third eye, do not shake your head or move your hands during the manifestation. Once you finish the manifestation, if you find the coconut break open, then you have manifested the power. If you just feel the Kundalini energy or small cracks and vibration, excellent, you started manifesting the power. Start celebrating by sharing the videos. Simply, you'll see more and more depth happens and more manifestation happens for you. Verify the whole process, the video perfectly, and share with the powerful cognition to your friends and family. Listen to others' experience of manifestation to entangle.
Power manifestation instructions. Let's sit straight, the head, neck, and back in a straight line, so that beautifully the Kundalini energy raises to the Agnya where the manifestation happens. Usually, our awareness is on Muladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipuraha, where navel center, your below navel center. Here, bringing the awareness to your third eye and sitting straight will give us amazing possibility of power manifestation. Now let's understand few words that Bhagavan is repeatedly using. Shaktipada, oneness, be unclutched, initiation. So here first we will see in Bhagavan's words what is Shaktipada.
Let me give an introduction about what is Shaktipada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches. Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and our egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg, and the chicken will come out of the egg. See, same way, Sadashiva, sitting, means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hence, sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen, and the egg is becoming chicken. Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence, the Shaktipada. makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained Shaktipada, how individual soul becomes cosmic soul. And let's listen to initiation.
You see, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens. Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometimes I tell people that unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is you do not grasp completely whatever is expressed through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic and beyond words. People ask me why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. This all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you, before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminder. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet. That is why this mala. That is why this external things. Sometimes these external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful avoiding the external things, just having internal things. And it is just nice way of escaping from yourself.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained initiation. Let's listen to be unclutched. What is to be unclutched?
The thoughts, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Because the gap between two thoughts is too small. The neutral space between the two thoughts is too small. You think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shape form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Between every thought, you experience a neutral space. When you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, between every thought, you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thought. Between every thought. That neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace, is the bliss. When you understand you are unconnected, independent, illogical, and unclutched, by your very nature, you will start experiencing the neutral space in you. neutral space which exists in you, you will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. You need to understand one more thing. This technique of be unclutched, it does miracles in your being, in the body level, or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. The tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump. The transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just one jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
The oneness space is the most beautiful space that Bhagavan himself is explaining how we are ferocious. Beyond the tiredness and boredom, we can experience the space of oneness and be unclutched.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence. An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because our space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
The most important, Bhagavan says, being unclutched, understanding the Shaktipada, the oneness space, and chanting the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya, the power of the Mahavakya, pushes you into the higher states of consciousness. Here Bhagavan himself explains how we can experience the Shaktipada, raised higher consciousness through Mahavakya.
It's one of the very important revelation by Sadashiva. All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, my integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Mahasadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency. When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, that is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. Your connection with me goes down to the lower level if the integrity gets reduced. I was wondering, what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection, so they start manifesting the powers. They start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or for some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password. You type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness, all mental idea based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, end result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you are not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound. I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving for all that. This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password and it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nityananda. Nityananda. Maha Sadashivoham.
So Bhagavan gave beautiful explanation of how you can be in Shaktipada. Visualize Paramashiva who has come down as Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam from Kailasha. Remembering Paramashiva in your third eye. Again and again, bringing your awareness to your third eye. simply makes you manifest powers. Absolute unclutching. How Bhagavan said, the neutral zone, nothing ever touches the screen. Like same way, the movie does not touch the screen, whether it is happening in ferocious or any soft, beautiful, nothing touches the screen. Be unclutched like the screen. And to experience the state of Paramashiva, your inner space being completely unclutched. Complete completion, to experience the space of Paramashiva. Inside us, the complete completion happens when we are in tune with Paramashiva. That everything is redundant and irrelevant. The essence of completion is irrelevant. Nothing matters in your life because everything is complete completion. Oneness with Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, in ferocious breaking the boredom and tiredness, just being in the space of oneness with Paramashiva to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Tyaga as Paramashiva is your only strength, now declaring complete integrity with Bhagavan to experience the being of Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, chanting the Mahavakya raises your frequency, and that is your only strength to manifest any reality. Being in this beautiful space of Paramashiva, you can experience such a beautiful space, state, powers, and becoming the being of Paramashiva, manifesting whatever you want. Now, you will be manifesting the powers, watching the oneness capsule, and chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. We'll be playing the Mahavakya and the oneness capsule for you to manifest powers. At end of the Mahavakya, you can start with the verification and sharing and causing. Thank you.
Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nityananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest
the powers in all our third eye. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nityananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Nityananda Paramashivam.
Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Verification process. Verify that no video editing is done. No video is start and stopped. All the videos are verified with the timestamp. Fingers are placed touching the ground. No movement of the hand because so that you can tape your palms. No sideways or up and down. No motor inside the coconut. Do not touch the coconut during the process of manifestation. Authentically verify the coconut crack only after so that you show it in the before video also. There's no crack. Record a testimonial and share it with the world. You can manifest keeping the coconut on the floor, on the silicon, and on the Paramashiva Shila. Make sure the silicon is completely switched off, and Paramashiva Shila is your granite slab. You can use it on that also to crack the coconut. Thank you for manifesting the powers of Paramashiva.
Beautiful. We are at the end of the power manifestation, but most important part of the power manifestation. Here, we are going to share all that you have manifested with the social media groups. Here we have Sri Kailasha Kotyar manifesting power groups. Thousands of people are part of that, and you can share there and you can post your powerful cognition and the videos. The link is tinyurl.com/power manifestation. It is at the left corner of the page. You can click on it and you can post your beautiful experience in the power manifestation group. Why sharing and causing is very important part of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explains that sharing is pulling us out of delusion and causing is liberating us. We are the ones who need to start experiencing the higher states of reality, how we need to exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan explains when you are sharing with others the ultimate beautiful multidimensional logic, your brain rewires into the higher space of consciousness, the Turyatita state. Again and again, when you experience even a little bit, you share with the world, your experience becomes reality. Same thing when you cause others to come and get initiated for higher reality, you are caused into the higher purpose, the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says extreme causing, extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. So beautifully he explains how our strength is declared on Paramashiva. The power manifestation happens exactly in tune to that. And sharing with the world, continuously reiterating ourselves the experience that we had from the powerful cognition and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the beings of Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva. Go on sharing and causing, which is the most important part of how you have experienced your reality. When you go to a temple, we pray and we see that beautiful experience happen in us, and then share with the world that how amazing the temple experience has manifested as your reality. Same way, when you manifest powers, when you share with the world, it becomes more and more the depth cognition of you, and you will be experiencing more powers. Even if you're manifested very small, it does not matter the quantity, Bhagavan says. The quality is important. If it is authentic, please go ahead and share with the world. Do not doubt, have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred come and block anything. Experience the ultimate in deep seeking and gratitude. Bhagavan manifest in you with a deep prayer, that asking Bhagavan to make this reality as your existential reality. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra. Thanking Bhagavan for all these great experience. We have come to the end of the power manifestation course, and we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nityananda Paramashivam Padaka Arpanamastu. Om Nityanandam. Thank you for participating in the Jnanapatati, Nityananda Jnanapatati course. Please go ahead and select more power manifestation and every day experience the ultimate reality for yourself. Nityananda.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham